Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a few weeks ago I ordered some products off of AliExpress. It's a place where you can get products directly from China. They seem to be pretty cheap. One of the products I got was some acrylic paint. And so I'm going to be reviewing that today for you and telling you if I think it's worth it, and we'll go from there. So the paint were small tubes of acrylic paint. They came in this little package. There's a little bit of padding on the inside, and then here is the paint itself. Some of the tubes kind of jumbled around a bit, but overall they're still in the package. No damage is seen, they're not leaking or anything. So each of the bottles you can see here are, I think, 16 milliliters. No, sorry, 6 milliliters. They're professional artist quality, it says. So we're going to put that to the test. I'm going to compare them to some of my other paints, such as Golden and Liquitex, to see how they stand, and then we're going to do a full painting with these paints on this canvas here, because I figured doing a full painting with these colors will really let me feel how they are, and then we can see after they dry if their color change is very different or anything like that. So let's get into it. Alright, so these paints were about $5 Canadian, so that would be about $3.50 for euros and about $4 American. So let's open these up. Grab the palette knife here. It did come with a little free paintbrush. Looks like your basic beginner level paintbrush quality. We'll probably test that out too when we're painting here. So for colors, you can see there's black, dark brown, ultramarine, sky blue, emerald green, tender green, an ochre, red cadmium, vermilion, yellow ochre, lemon yellow, and white. So bring one of these bottles up close. Finest quality acrylic color, 6 mils each, or 0.2 ounces if you're American. So we're going to see how far this gets us. We're going to do this painting and yeah, go from there. So if you have no idea what 6 milliliters really looks like, here's some paints in comparison. Here's your Liquitex Heavy Body, 138 mils in comparison. Let's grab one of these out. Or Michael's recently came out with their Artist Loft Professional that are 59 mils. So you can see the size comparison there. Or your Golden large, how big are these ones here? 148 mils, quite a bit bigger. Michael's also has your Artist Loft beginner paints that are really cheap. They are also a little bit bigger, and I think these are about $7 for a pack, this same size. So just a couple dollars more, but you do get more paint. So we'll see if the quality outweighs that. I'm going to take some sky blue to start, and some white. So opening up these for the first time, they are sealed, which is nice, and you can just use the top of the lid there to puncture that open. Be careful, because sometimes pressure is built up on the inside, and there was a little bit on this one. And so before putting that lid back on, you might need to just wipe it off. I'm just going to use a brush. Or else when you put the lid back on and the paint dries, and it kind of acts like a glue. Do the same for the white. If you do it quicker... Oh, that one didn't even go. That exploded right out. Alright, so we've got some sky blue, we got some white. We're going to take that up into the top here. We're going to start with the sky blue up in the top. See how this goes on. Alright, so first impressions, the paint seems pretty thin. It's spreading okay, but it seems pretty watery, pretty watered down. So if you're using dollar store paint, those would probably be better than this, to be honest. So you can see here I have a pencil mark. Usually when I put paint over a pencil mark you can barely see it, but it's almost as if there's no paint there, like I put the pencil mark on over top afterwards. So yeah, that's not that great. Here's some of the white, we'll see how that works. Doesn't seem very powerful. Yeah, this stuff's pretty watery. So overall, my first impressions of this paint is not very high, not very good. Seems pretty watery. It just flows a lot different than any other acrylic paint I've used. The pigment doesn't seem to do much. Yeah, I'm just not satisfied with it. Alright, so here we have this blue, sky blue on both sides, and here we have the white of the same brand and white of the golden. And here we're just going to see the tinting power of each of them. So we got mixing, for mixing with my palette knife here. We're just going to put the two together. That's going pretty light. Alright, now we'll get the other one. And already you can see how much bluer this one is. And so really the quality between these two is quite significant. The golden is quite a lot more powerful than this white. And you can see also, maybe you can't see, but I can feel the consistency feels quite thin with that one. But adding just a little bit of golden into that one, it feels a lot thicker and more buttery on this side. And golden isn't the thickest. Liquitex heavy body is thicker, but this feels pretty thin. Okay, so we're going to take those two mixtures that I just did and apply them to the canvas and see what happens here. So this is the two AliExpress versions. There already is a layer here, so we'll see how this goes. It's covering up a little bit, but you can still see a lot of the canvas through it, even on its second layer. You'd have to apply it really thick to get sufficient coverage. You can still see the pencil mark quite a bit through that. And here's the stuff mixed with the golden white, so let's add some of that in here. Yeah, you can already see the huge difference in coverage and transparency of it. It's way thicker. You can't see through to the white of the canvas like you can up here. I hope that's visible on the camera because it's quite a difference. Yeah, see, if you look up here where I've covered with the golden, I don't know if you can see it very well, but the pencil mark is almost gone because of the opaqueness of that blue mixed with just a little bit of golden paint. Alright, so we are going to address this in just a minute, add some clouds into it, some lighter stuff on the bottom, but I think that concludes my quick review of these paints. They're very watery, they show through on the canvas quite easily. The mixing power is not very strong compared to other paints. I know golden is a lot more expensive, but when you read something saying it's the finest quality, you'd expect a little bit more out of it. I expected them to at least be as good as the dollar store paints that I get, but they are not. So if you're looking to pick these up, I would say it's a no-go. For me, I would not suggest them. You're better off going to your local dollar store. If you're Canadian, I get these at Dollar Tree for $1.25 for a huge 118 milliliters, which is almost 20 times, but almost exactly 20 times the size of these, and they cover the canvas better than these ones do. So thanks for watching this. I've got some paintbrushes on the way from AliExpress. I'll be doing some reviews about those. Hopefully those turn out better than these did, and hope you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and we'll see you next time on Brian Sloan Artist.